Good morning, children. Today in this class I am going to explain about groundwater. How the groundwater was formed under the surface of the earth. How the groundwater formed under the surface of the earth. Okay. If you see, the water flows on the surface of the earth generally in the form of water bodies like rivers, oceans, seas, and some canals or ponds. We can see the water bodies like this. Okay, as if you see, generally the water flows on the surface of the earth. Okay, if we store the water, some of the water will percolates into the surface of the under the surface of the earth. Okay, this water comes as the groundwater. Whenever we store the rainwater in the form of ponds, in the form of dams or rivers, some of the water on the surface of the earth will percolate into the underlayers of the earth and it will become as the groundwater. Okay. Now let us see which type of soils or which type of rocks can enter the water into them. Okay, groundwater. How the groundwater will form? Groundwater formed the groundwater formed due to the storage of water on the surface of the earth in the form of ponds, dams and rivers and canals, etc. Okay. Which type of soils or which type of rocks can enter the water on the surface of the earth or through them? Okay, there are two different types of rocks are there: pervious rocks and impervious rocks. Pervious rocks, impervious rocks. Okay, pervious rocks can enter the water into them. Why? Because it is having very porous nature. It is having very porous nature. That's why it can enter the water into them. The water which is entered through the pervious rocks is stored under the surface of the earth. Okay, impervious rocks. Impervious rocks cannot enter the water into them. Why? Because these are not having any porous nature. It means these are not having any small holes in between them. That's why these rocks cannot enter the water into them. Okay, the rocks, the impervious rocks which are situated under the surface of the earth, where the groundwater levels are become less. Okay, now let us see about the aquifers. Aquifer means the water layer which is present under the surface of the earth, that is called aquifer. Aquifer. Aquifer means the water layer that is present under the surface of the earth or under the surface of the ground, that is called aquifers. Okay, aquifers, we saw aquifers around us like in the form of wells, tube wells. Okay, in the form of wells and tube wells we can see aquifers. Now let us see about the water table. Water table under the grounds of Telangana state. Okay. How the water table is located under the surface of the earth. Okay. As you see, let us assume that this is the surface of the earth. This is the surface. Okay. On the surface we can see wells, but under the underground also some part of the wells is lying. Okay, these are the under layers of the earth. Okay, in this level, okay, we can represent this is 5 meters below the ground, 10 meters below the ground, and 15 meters below the ground. Okay, during the months of monsoon season, the underground water becomes very near to the ground. Why? Because in the monsoon season there is heavy rains will fall. That's why the water that are percolates into the ground, under the ground. That's why the water levels in the ground will become very near to the ground. Okay. Now let us see. This is the water level. Water. This is well 1 and well 2. Okay. During the summer, let us assume that during the summer, the water level comes to 15 meters from the ground. 15 meters from the ground. Then what will happen? It is about the well 2 and well 3 are dried up. Why? Because the water level becomes very farther than its under the well. That's why during the summer season, let us assume that during the summer season, if the water level becomes 15 meters from the ground level to under the surface of the earth, then the well 2 and well 3 will dry up. Why? Because the water level becomes very low under the surface of the earth. Okay. This water level is called the water table under the surface of the earth. This water level. During the summer season, the water table is very low. During the summer season, the water table is very low, and during the monsoon season, the water becomes very nearer to the surface of the earth. That's why the water table is high. Okay. During summer, water table is high, very low, and during monsoon season, the water table is very high. Okay, this is about the water table. Water table means the average level of water which is present under the surface of the earth. Okay, we can see the water which is present under the surface of the earth is parallel to the surface of the earth, and it is not an uneven manner, it is an even manner under the surface of the earth. But according to the depths of the wells, we can see the underground water. Okay, the well 1 is having very high depth. That's why we can see the water in the summer season also. In the well 2, we can see some more water in the summer season. We cannot see the water in this well 3. Okay, this is about the water table of underground water. During the summer season, the water table is very low, and during the monsoon season, the water table is very high. Okay. Now let us see the quality of groundwater in the state of Telangana. quality of groundwater. Okay. The water is having so many minerals. Water is composed of, the underground water is composed of so many minerals like fluorides, chlorides, iron, nitrate, sodium. These are the minerals which are generally present in the groundwater. Okay, these are the minerals which are very soluble very high manner in the groundwater in the state of Telangana. In the state of Telangana, the groundwater is having more minerals, excess minerals in the groundwater of state of Telangana, that are fluorides, chlorides, iron, nitrate and sodium. These are the minerals that are soluble in the groundwater in the state of Telangana. Okay, these are very in high manner. Okay, these are dissolving in the water in very high in the state of Telangana. That's why if you use the water, this water, it may leads to diseases like it related to bones and it related to teeth. If you use this water, it leads to diseases which are related to bones and teeth. Okay. If you use the fluoride water, if the groundwater is having excess fluorine, it may causes fluorosis. That is disease which weakens the bones and teeth of humans. Okay, that's why we are using filtrated water. We are using mineralized water or demineralized water in our villages. Okay. Now, the use of groundwater. Use of groundwater. Okay, nowadays, from early 20 years ago, the use of groundwater is become very high in the villages along with cities. In the villages also, the use of groundwater is very high from the past 20 years ago. Okay, if you use the groundwater vigorously, if you use the groundwater in a high manner, the water table under the surface of the earth will become dry. That's why the underground water will disable for the future generations of our children. Okay, that's why we have to conserve the water. And how can we recharge the groundwater? We have to recharge the groundwater as we have take the groundwater. Okay, how we are taking the groundwater? With the help of borewells and with the help of wells, we are taking the groundwater. Okay, like that we have to recharge the groundwater. Okay, how to recharge the groundwater? With the help of plantation on the slopes of mountains and hills. And if you use the percolation tanks in our houses, we can increase the groundwater level with the help of percolation tanks and planting small trees on the slopes of the mountains. And if you use the ponds, if you construct, with the help of ponds and tanks, we can increase the groundwater. And with the help of check dams also, we can increase the groundwater level. Okay, now let us see what are the use of groundwater. How can you recharge the groundwater? Recharge the groundwater. If you use the groundwater heavily, the water becomes dry under the surface of the earth. That leads to there is no water, there is no underground water for our future generations. That's why we have to recharge groundwater. We have to recharge groundwater. In what ways we can recharge the groundwater? Okay, by constructing check dams. Constructing check dams across check dams across small streams. Across small streams. And by planting small plants on the slopes of the mountains, and by constructing percolation tanks. Okay, in these ways we can recharge the groundwater. That's why we have to recharge the groundwater and we have to conserve the water for our future generations. Okay, thank you children.